The closer we get to the end of this season, the less I feel like I understand Bungie. So the Eliksni Quarter refurbishing event has hit us, and it's kind of a letdown. Like, this was the first improvement we got, and I am definitely curious to see how the Eliksni Quarter will look afterwards. God knows our friends here deserved a better living space, quite frankly, a lot longer ago, but whatever. But this event is kind of a letdown. There isn't any real new special activity or interesting loot. Like it had been rumored that we might be getting Imperial Decree, the old menagerie shotgun back as a craftable weapon. Some people were thinking, since it's been showing in the Light GG database and such, it's supposed to come back at some point, it seems, but people were hoping that it would, and it was, I guess, rumored to possibly come back during this event, but that's just not the case. So we're not even really getting any particularly special or interesting loot for this. On top of that, we didn't even get like a new activity for it or anything like that. You can get the required currency for it, the captain's coins, by doing just playlist activities or seasonal activities, Dares of Eternity, so on and so forth. And this is a pretty big letdown. Like there's nothing wrong with community events at all, but given the quite frankly shit show that this season has been, between the countless bugs, the extreme mismanagement of PvP over the last 2 or 3 seasons, getting this is just it just kind of feels like adding insult to injury at this point. At the very least, they should have given us some sort of new activity, something just to mix things up a bit, as opposed to seasonal activities, which we've been doing for months, or playlist activities, which we've been doing for years. Just something new, something to make things a bit more interesting. And I don't understand what's going on over at Bungie. Like, I'm not someone who is really one to like, shit on Bungie or whatever, but given the fact that they had that big, Sony thing going on and they have that Sony money now, it's really time for them to start flexing it a little bit. We should have had something more interesting than whatever this community event is. I think, of course, most of us are still going to participate in it because, it's tough not to. You'll be getting the coins just by default anyway. But regardless, this is pretty disappointing. Community events are great, but they need to be something interesting to really get people excited. But outside of that, I don't know. I'm just feeling really discouraged right now with Destiny, to be honest. Like, Iron Banner was so much fun last week, and then jumping into PvP again this week and not having Iron Banner was just miserable. Like, I went into Control, and people immediately, of course, are just playing like rats again. The ability spam is still everywhere. The scuffed meta is still very clear. The horrific weapon balancing and ability balancing, so on and so forth. And then on top of that, I just don't have much interest in most PvE activities right now. Like, so much of it has just gotten kind of stale. So I don't know, guys. The new season is a couple of weeks away, but who knows? At this point, I'm just not feeling very hopeful about it, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I had to say about this. This is pretty disappointing. Bungie really needs to just do better in general. They need to just do better, make better decisions on pretty much everything. PvP needs so many improvements. PvE also needs tons of improvements. It's bad right now, guys, and I'm very concerned for Destiny's future. So hopefully the next season is good. Hopefully Bungie can turn this around. God knows they have done it in the past, so of course they're capable of doing it again, but time will tell. Anyway, guys, leave your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you all in the next video.